200 years ago, in 1820, the congregation of the First Presbyterian Church was formed here in downtown Cleveland. The community became known as the Old Stone Church, which now stands as the oldest building on Public Square. It was founded at a time when Cleveland was a village of a few hundred people. As Cleveland has grown in size and importance, Old Stone Church has kept pace, becoming a symbol of spiritual leadership, community involvement, and stability in the heart of the city. It's no small thing that Old Stone remains a viable congregation on Public Square, and now 203 years later, because so many urban churches throughout major cities around the United States chose to move out to the burbs, and they may have had still a passion for urban life, but for one reason or another abandoned the city center. And Old Stone has made that commitment from day one that come hell or high water, this church will remain a viable outreach of Christian charity, interfaith work, and interracial work, no matter what it takes. That's remarkable when you think about it, because it's not something we can take for granted.
I came to Old Stone Church because I was very impressed by their mission and outreach programs. Our focus is on Matthew 25 issues, that is to say, the homeless, the underfed, and the powerless. That inasmuch as you do it to the least of these, you've done it also to me, to Jesus Christ. For our 200th anniversary, we selected a project called the 200 Homes Project, with the goal of providing 200 homes to people who are homeless at the moment.
So the church's bicentennial, we were celebrating 200 years of Old Stone Church being part of the city of Cleveland. And the 200 Homes Project, actually it came out of discussion groups, 3 or 4 tables, came up with the same idea simultaneously, all with a little bit of a different twist. But we really didn't know what that meant, how we were going to get 200 homes. Was it 200 homes or 200 people or 200 families? How could we leverage groups across the city, of which there are plenty, that work on homelessness every day? And how could we add something to what they were doing and help to leverage their talents and make something that was really meaningful and big, that would last, that the whole church could rally around and get excited about? So we figured out we wanted to do 200 homes, but there we were as a planning group, what we were going to do. We needed somebody that knew how to help us get it done.
Welcome, thanks for coming up.
Yeah, good to see you.
Come on in, looking forward to chatting with you. Thank you for coming to the Land Bank. I'm very anxious to hear what you're doing at the Old Stone Church and your anniversary.
Old Stone Church has committed $50,000 per year for the next 5 years to support this dream that we have, developing 200 homes.
I've heard that the Land Bank Charities has a program that helps with homes. I know we can't do this alone. Gus, that's the reason we came to see you today, because we believe that maybe there's a partnership here that we can leverage what we've been doing for a while but never getting it to scale, and think that teaming up with Land Bank Charities, we may be able to do something that allows us to achieve the dream of 200 homes for the homeless, or maybe even more over time.
We are in the same place. We are in a position where we're looking for a partner that is rooted in the neighborhood, that has a passion for homelessness and for providing affordable housing to vulnerable populations.
And $250,000 won't build 200 homes, but I think that together we may be able to leverage those dollars and figure out over 5 years what it would take. Does that make sense to you?
There is no one partner that has said, we're going to take this on as a mission and we're putting our money where our mouth is. What that does is it allows us to go out into the community and say, look, this is a real thing.
But this is a way to really step up the effort, so we're happy that you're here to allow us to participate, and I think this is a great marriage.
Marriage made in heaven.
The partnership between Greater Cleveland Habitat for Humanity, Old Stone Church, and the Cuyahoga County Land Bank is a great example of being greater than the sum of our parts. It's always in this comprehensive sort of way where we look and focus on a neighborhood, oftentimes a neighborhood of need, formerly red line neighborhoods of Cleveland, things like that. And what happens, we actually see crime rates plummet. We also see the home values of our homes increase at a rate faster than in other parts of Cleveland.
We're really excited for you. But two most important things, of course, you got your key, welcome home, get your real home.
My name is Janavion Gozier. I am 35 years old, and I've pretty much lived here in Cleveland, Ohio my entire life, and I'm a single mom to a 15-year-old daughter. And currently, I am a master's student at Cleveland State. I was living in Georgia, and I became homeless living in Georgia, and being homeless is one of those things where you feel like you're living in a paranoid state all of the time. You don't know what's going to happen, especially when you don't have family or friends to depend on. And every day I always question, like, where am I going to sleep? How am I going to feed myself? Being homeless humbles you. If you manage to pick yourself back up after, it humbles you. You don't ever want to feel that. That is scary. I don't know where I'm going to sleep, what's going to happen to me. And if someone was to find my body, like, no one would even know who I am.
Wait. Okay.
I think the only person who sits with you at that point in time is God. I'm just very grateful because this is my first time ever considering being a homeowner, because I was worried about that. Think of myself as kind of like the underdog that finally got a voice or found her voice. So from the bottom of my heart, thank every one of you for working on this house. When we did the dedication to the home here, and my daughter was being interviewed, my daughter said something I never heard her say to me in the 15 years she's been here.
And I'm really proud of her from like where I've seen her come from and how much she's really fought for me, and no matter what, she always got back on her feet.
That was the first time I ever heard her say that to me. I'm always looking for to be validated by her that I'm doing what was right for her, because everything I want to do is to make sure that I have her in mind as well. So for her to say, I'm proud of my mom, I'm searching for those moments all the time. Helping the families with this, like, you're giving them a breath of fresh air. You're basically letting them know that regardless of whatever is going on in their lives, that they're worthy of so much more than what they think they are. I will always be grateful to the 200 Homes initiatives. I'm grateful to be a part of it.
This project wasn't just about celebrating 200 years of life on Public Square. It was really about discerning, where is God leading us to put our backs, our wallets, all these things behind in this moment in time.
The best thing that we can invest in is people, because people are our futures, and their children are the future of this world and the generations to come. And so partnering and being a part of Old Stone Church has been amazing for us. We now have 32 beds working with the land bank charities to be able to have the opportunity to give the women independent living when they leave our agency and reunite them with their families in their own homes would be fantastic.
I think in terms of the impact on the broader community, it says someone cares to address this problem. It also means this problem is addressable in a dignified way that provides people not only a home, but also hope for their future.
There's nothing more special than to see a family get a new home, something that they probably weren't expecting, maybe ever. And these groups like Habitat for Humanity or Jordan for Change or Lutheran Metropolitan Ministries that work with the homeless every day, that find the family that you can build a home around to suit their needs and get them settled in the community. There's nothing like it when those homes are finished and you watch that family walk in.
So if you're watching this, I hope you realize that the work is yet to be completed, and that it's going to take a lot more than just this congregation to achieve even the part that we're committed to. You don't have to be a member of the Old Stone Church, you don't have to be a Presbyterian, you don't have to be a Christian to be able to make this work happen. I don't want it to just be 200 homes.
If people have homes, so many of the other problems go away. It's just such an important thing for somebody to have a place to be that's theirs. 200 is a big goal, and if we can get 200 people out of shelters and into housing, I think it has a huge impact on the homeless population.
And it gives you a sense of confidence, and it boosts you to keep striving in life. So if this is what I'm feeling, this euphoric feeling that I feel every day that I come home, just imagine what you would do to the other families that are a part of this program, to the other 199 families that are coming into this. You are basically telling them, like, we seen you. I was saying, let someone else feel that